All the head coaches are in coats and ties, and all the players are in coats and ties, and I'm sitting here with a coaching shirt on, so I apologize for my attire, but I'm 57 years old and I really don't care. So I first want to thank the PAC, from Joe and his staff to the coaches, the ADs, the presidents, for the opportunity to rejoin the PAC officially starting in 2014. My association with the PAC goes way back. I'm a Carnegie Mellon graduate myself and played in the old PAC back in the 1970s, and have great memories of the PAC at that time with the rivalries with Grove City and W&J and Teal and those folks. So it's a pleasure, and I know I speak on behalf of our acting athletic director, Josh Centaur. Josh, raise your hand. Josh is our acting athletic director at this point. And I know I speak for Josh and the administration at Carnegie Mellon. We're thrilled to have an opportunity to be in the UAA and also have an opportunity to compete in the PAC as well. And we're thrilled about that opportunity. This is a new experience for us. We don't have such a media day in the UAA. I was told not to bring a player this year. I'm open to any questions that you might have about our school, our program, the UAA, or our association with the PAC coming up. We are going to play 4 PAC schools this year. We've had a long-running rivalry with Chris Smith and the great people at Grove City College, and we've been scrimmaging Coach Shepis in Waynesburg for a long time, and had an opportunity to play them in an ECAC game last year down at Waynesburg, and it was a great opportunity and a great game. So I'm open to any questions that you folks might have.
Coach, do you want to just talk about some of your key returners?
Sure, absolutely. Offensively, Robbie Kalkstein is our quarterback. You guys that are local might recognize him. He was a quarterback at Gateway, a 4-year starter at Gateway High School. He's been a 3-year starter for us. This will be his 4th year. He's the guy that makes it go offensively for us. We return 3 starting offensive linemen, our tight ends, our split ends. We are going to have to replace some running backs. Our fullback is returning, but our running backs, most of the kids who are starters and backups have graduated at this point. Defensively, inside linebackers are back. Our defensive line is intact. We've got to replace some outside linebackers. In our secondary, we lose a guy named Sam Thompson, who was a great football player from a great high school program in Tennessee, Alcoa High School. He graduated as a 2-time academic All-American, mechanical engineer, graduated with a 3.96, and I don't know who gave him the B, what stooge, but anyway. He's now reporting for flight school because he was Navy ROTC or Marine Corps ROTC, and he'll be protecting this country. So he's a big loss for us. But we return a nucleus of guys on both sides of the ball, and we return our kicker and punter. So we feel like we have a strong football team on paper coming back, but we as coaches all know that's just one piece of the puzzle. Questions? Yes?
Coach, what brought CMU back into the conference?
Well, we had a relationship for, I don't know exactly how many years. It might have been the last 6 or 7 years with what's called the North Coast Athletic Conference, and kind of a relationship very similar to the Ivy League has with the Patriot League, where they have what they call crossover games. And the UAA, the football playing schools being University of Chicago, Washington of St. Louis, Case Western, and Cleveland, and ourselves, what's common amongst us is basically the state of Ohio is right in between those cities. We approached the North Coast Athletic Conference. They were kind enough to take us on as for crossover games. And with the football conference only having 4 football playing schools, it was really a godsend to us. And then they decided to end that. And so WashU in Chicago now have a relationship with what's called the Southern Athletic Association. And Greg and myself at Case Western and Carnegie Mellon, we approached the PAC, and the PAC was kind enough to ask us in as a member as well and accept us, and that's the reason. It helps in so many different ways, but one of the big ways that it helps us is scheduling. It would be practically impossible to find 7 games outside of our UAA. So it's great for scheduling, and it's great for our team and our kids to have those local connections with some of the local schools as well.